account.
Yes, sir.
You just click a button to
Put that in business.
and
But then you have to show them something, right?
if you, depends on your profile. If you already
Yes,
have your
sir.
passport,
It's probably recorded. Yep. Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm going to call to order the meeting of the Hamilton County Alcoholic Beverage Board. Let the record reflect that it is May 12th, 2026. It is now 9:02 a.m. Just as a matter of record, this is being recorded with audio and video equipment, so be mindful of anything you say, as this will become part of public record. I'm Officer Gillum. I work with the State Excise Police. I'll be heading up this meeting. Just another matter of record. Three of us vote on all four. We have other members who vote on individual boards. I'm going to go ahead and introduce everyone real quick. Down on the end, we have Pat Long, votes on board 2 for Noble Stuff. Him is Jay Dorman, votes on board 1, which covers the permits in Carmel and everything else in the county that isn't assigned to one of the other boards. Mr. Aaron Batt, Officer Gillum, and Mike Colby, we vote all 4 boards. And then down here we have Mr. Brad Oliver, who represents the Westfield. So I'd like a round of applause. All right, we do have 1 vacancy for Fishers. Though we do have enough voting members here today, we can proceed. So if you're planning on speaking to the board today for any matter, I need you to take an oath. So this is likely all of you. So if you are planning to speak to the board, please raise your right hand. And do each of you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers you've given on your application or any testimony you give to questions asked by the board be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Okay, we're going to start with board 1, which covers the permits again for Carmel and everything not covered by the other boards. We have renewals today, no parent violations for Muldoon's of Carmel on West Main Street, Kroger store number J959 South Range Line Road, Dollar General Store 6923 North State Road 19 Atlanta, Dollar General Store number 6045 West State Road 47 in Sheridan, Beer Brewing Group North Meridian Street Carmel, the Pizza Hut North Main Street Cicero, Chard Noir Steakhouse City Center Drive Carmel. And that's it. Anyone here for those businesses? Yeah, board members, those are without violation. Questions, concerns, or motions?
I'll make a motion to approve those as you've just read into the record.
I second that motion.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Okay, next we have renewal of violation for Algiers, North College Avenue, Indianapolis, permit number RR 2935146. Come on up. Now you guys can come straight up to the board.
Come all the way up here.
If you would just come all the way up. If you would introduce yourself to the board, please.
Your name?
Adil Fan, ADEL, last name Fan,
Charlotte Fisher.
my wife.
So you're here for, it looks like an April 16th, 2025 violation. It was an alcohol compliance check. A single charge for furnishing alcohol to a minor, $1,000 fine was paid. Do you want to explain what happened and what's been done to correct this?
It was an unusual situation. I was in the restaurant. My husband ran out of some things, food, and he had to go to the grocery store, and he asked me to fill in for him, and I did. And it was like early, and there was nobody there. And all of a sudden, there were 5 or 6 customers in the store, and I talked to them, and then somebody came in and said, I would like Budweiser. And I said, okay. And I said, sit down. And he sat down. Adel came back to the restaurant. And I said, this man needs a Budweiser. And he got it. I didn't check the ID. It was totally my error, for which I am extremely sorry. He is very meticulous in his checking. We have a very small business. He has a very small business. And he's very fastidious in checking things. And I just didn't do it. I'm sorry. And I just wanted to say that on his behalf, because he really is very good about it.
How long you been in business?
He's been, it'll be June for him. June, it'll be 15 years.
15 years. Any previous violations?
No.
Yeah, yes, there was
Before,
one in 2022, I think it was. We had, after we closed, we had a restaurant. We had built a new restaurant and we would have a drink. And I had a bottle of gin and he had a bottle of scotch because that's what he drinks. And the person came to check, I don't know what kind of check you call it actually. And the two bottles were in the trash. And that was a violation because they weren't permitted to have that in the restaurant. And so anyway, we didn't know, and we were guilty of that, I guess, and we appealed it, and after that, we didn't do that. So those are our violations.
Gotcha.
My husband works I don't know if you've ever been to his restaurant. He works very hard, and it's a very small business, and he built it after he came to America, and he loves his business.
Reviews there.
Yeah, he does. He has wonderful
Check and
reviews.
internet, number one.
And he doesn't do a large alcohol business. It's just more of a convenience for the customers who want to have a beer or something.
So,
Anyway.
so initially you took the order from the kid. The reason you didn't check him?
I was just alone and I was overwhelmed and I had 5 or 6 people and usually I'm never there alone. So I guess I would say I wasn't thinking.
Okay. The kid that we were using is 18 years old. This is a compliance check, so we are with them at the time. You said this was early.
Like 4:30, 5:30, something like
It was
that.
6 o'clock.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure.
You also mentioned something about metal being out of the business and coming back and jumping in. The officer's report shows no gap in the time. So he was apparently there and brought it straight out.
No, he actually left me completely. I don't know. I'm telling you, I was alone. I was alone and I'm never alone, but
How long would it have been before he arrived at the business and delivered the alcohol to the table?
not long. The officer came and then he came back. I don't remember exactly how it happened.
The youth placed an order with you.
He placed the order with me.
Gave him- he
And when
brought-
he came back, I said to him, the man at the table wants a Budweiser. I think it was a Budweiser.
They're not showing any delay, like he was out and they just walked back in or anything like that. It was instant.
But I'm not a liar. I'm just telling you what happened. I don't know exactly the time.
Do you have any other employees?
Right now, no, because you have construction, in a college, no business.
Charlotte noted in the report that you didn't think that this violation was fair. Was that just
I-
kind of a knee-jerk reaction or? do you-
No, I said I feel like I was upset because I made a mistake. I was very upset and I said, I feel like we were set up and he said, well, that's how we handle it. We come in and we, not that he was saying they set you up. He said, this is routine. This is what we do. And
I mean, the kids that we use look their respective ages. They will not lie to you about their age or the date of birth. They don't have fake IDs. This is weighted in favor of the permittee. All you have to do is go, hey, there's a young looking kid who's ordering alcohol and and then verify their ID.
It's kind of a critical thing, selling alcohol. You're required to ask for the ID. I mean, that should be second nature.
I'm not the one who, I'm not an employee of the restaurant. I was filling in for him for a brief period of time and he is the one who takes the IDs and normally handles the situation. I just wanted to speak on his behalf because I'm the one who made the mistake. And I just felt terrible about doing it. And I said that to the officer. I said, I feel terrible. And he said, don't worry, you're not in trouble. I said, it's not about that. I said, I just feel responsible and I'm sorry that I was alone and I didn't ask for an ID.
So the responsibility in this case would have fallen on both of you. You brought the alcohol out and placed it on the table in front of an 18-year-old. Any reason you didn't check the ID? Is there any reason you didn't check the ID?
I check always for ID or just my wife.
This would have been your responsibility as well.
Yeah, but I'm not in a restaurant for this time. But always, all the men, young, I check for ID always.
But not this time. Because you took the alcohol to the table.
I'm not in my restaurant for this time.
I am sure, knowing him, he thought I asked. I'm
I
sure he
want
did.
like 5, 6 customers, family, and he like confused because she not young, that. And after I come in, I haven't.
I feel like there's a little discrepancy. And we could continue and talk to the the officer, maybe then show the body cam footage of this. Do a 1-year renewal.
I make the motion to have a one year renewal.
It was $1,000 fine.
Yes,
I pay already $1,000 there.
Tough to find good help, isn't it?
especially with the road closure,
Yeah.
especially it's hard right now to find customers. This road thing has been going on for 2 years.
Mike, I second that motion to give it a 1-year renewal.
Okay, permit's been moved and seconded for a 1-year renewal, which would be an informal probation by the board. We don't want to see these again, so keep an eye on it, figure out who's in charge of checking the ID. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. All right. Off you go. Have a good day.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you for your
I'm gonna
consideration.
come by and get a gyro. You can card me.
Read,
I believe it.
read his reviews.
If it looks up here over or under 45.
No, you're good.
I just want to add one thing, honestly, just to say this, because it's funny, because we've talked about this endlessly since it happened. And I said, personally, about the age, I thought that he was like, just looking at him, like 30 or more years old. He was tall, he was a handsome, anyway. And so I asked him, and he said, you know, I thought he was like 35 or 40. And I did, he said, oh, just everybody looks exactly the same. And maybe I just, you know, age.
It sounds like you may want to switch to policy of checking everybody.
I
You
don't,
missed it by 20-some years.
Yep.
sir, this is, it's, as I said, it's not my business.
Thank you.
It's his business. Thank you.
Family, I have 2 daughters.
We already know all this. We
Please.
already know that.
He said
I
everything.
love America.
Yeah.
Thank you, thanks.
Okay, next we have a renewal violation for Box Convenience in West Main Street, Carmel. Permit number DL 29333240. Come on up. Yeah, she had her left hand up. Okay. You weren't really sworn in. You had the wrong hand up. So what is the, you do the speaking? You want to introduce yourself, please?
You already was sworn in, you're good. She didn't.
So what is your name?
Ravinder Singh,
And you're one of the owners, both of you, right?
that's right.
It looks like a May 28th, 2024 alcohol violation. This was an administrative violation just for display of, was it display of permit and for some tobacco signage. $250 fine was paid.
Right.
Okay. You want just to kind of explain what happened?
I think, yeah, we were new in the business at that time. We had a person who supposed to take care of that, and I thought he took care of that. And at that time, I think we were busy in our store in Greenwood. And as soon as we heard, like, this was not done, and we took care of it right away. I think you guys did come and check it out. And,
Yeah.
things that we were.
So you're supposed to post signage at the door saying, I guess no
Yes.
smoking. Smoking prohibited with 8 feet of entrance, then you have to display alcohol. The trailer is not publicly displayed.
Okay.
In theory, that tells the public that you have the authority to sell it. Not that anybody's looking for it, but
Okay.
You have it displayed now, you're.
Yes, yeah.
you got all the tobacco signage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I checked. You guys came and checked it out.
Mark, when did we approve this original permit?
So,
2024?
A few years ago. This would be the
Yeah.
first renewal cycle. They
Yeah.
come back every
No,
2
this
years.
was our second renewal.
You've had it for 4 years? But so you renew the permit every year. You're scheduled back before the board every 2 years. So this would be
Okay.
your first time before the board.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But when did you open?
2023.
You're the sole owner?
I mean, my wife.
As part of our inspection, would we have caught that those two things were not posted?
No. They would likely send an email that had all this information, but
Got it.
it's one of those things that if you don't catch it,
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. We talked-
sometimes.
Make a motion to approve the renewal of Box on whatever the name is.
Box convenient.
Convenience.
I second that.
Moved and seconded for approval on fair, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Yep, here you go.
All right,
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So Jay, just for your clarification, like when we do the inspections, sometimes it could be a month before they're ready to open. We're just trying to make sure the floor plan is set because it takes time for them to get product in and get it all set. So instead of making them essentially open the doors and wait for that stuff, we do it ahead of time. But they're generally given information about signage requirements and everything
Yeah.
These things sometimes slip through.
Yeah, I think it sounds like that.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, regarding the renewal for Dave's Spirits in Atlanta, that is being continued as I'm still waiting for the commission to give me some direction on how we handle this. Next, we have a new permit, Twisted Wings, North Meridian Street in Carmel, permit number RR 29 43746. Morning.
Rick Henry with Bradford, and right with me is Aman Walla, who is the owner of Twisted Wings.
Morning.
His third location. One in Butler, Tarleton, one opening up on Fox Road, and this one that's cooked on North Meridian.
Okay, so this is going in. What was it before? This was frozen ice place. Yeah. Kind of behind the beer brewery.
Yeah.
So next to Ollie's.
I know, I'm just a wing connoisseur, so.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not ready. When are we looking at opening?
Hopefully, end of August.
Is that okay with you?
It's a couple months away, but
And we have up and running one in, by Butler University,
nah,
but it's just a takeout spot.
this one's much closer to me.
So what is the concept?
So we have about 40 different types of sauces. You name it, we have it. We specialize in chicken wing and tenders, boneless. This second two locations will have beer license for that as well. So we have a lot of customers from Carmel, like yourself, to what we have now. A lot of people ask for dine-in restaurants. So actually, yeah, majority of the customers coming from Anderson, Greenwood, Carmel, and Geist Center.
That's together,
25,
hours of operation.
11 a.m. to midnight.
And what is are we gonna have a bar, table service?
Tip service.
So you don't have alcohol permits at your existing one? So,
No, it's a small spot, the one we have right now. It's literally
yeah, just enough.
take out. Yes.
That's fine. It's a good place to start, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, I will send you some general information for alcohol. You have to for alcohol sales and service, and then let me know when you guys get close to an inspection. It'll help with that. You want to do me a favor? You want to, on the bottom of this, if you want to give me like your cell phone and email, it helps me communicate with you. I got it. What's your favorite sauce?
I like lemon pepper. So unlike other restaurants, they use dry rubs. We make it into a sauce. So it's different.
Explain your operation.
Is it just wings or what else? And tenders and
So we have bone-in, boneless, chicken tenders. Then we also have 4 different of fries. We have chicken no fries. We have the regular fries, cheese fries. So we might be adding salads, chicken salads and stuff.
you'll have to have some sort of soup available. Some sort of chicken sandwich.
No, we do have that actually. We had the veggie and the chicken, but a lot of people didn't like the veggie one, so we had to remove that. We actually have quite a bit of things on the menu. We have, I'm not gonna waste time, but we have okra, we have onion rings, jalapeno poppers, fried pickles, buffalo spring rolls, onion rings. Like it's a good menu.
For the beer, will you have it on tap or bottle or?
We were gonna start with 4 tap, and we will have bottles as well.
Is the chicken product all organic or was there an organic option?
It is not organic, but we can if we get a lot of requests for it. So I'm a person, I will listen to all the customers. If I get majority of customers asking for it, we will add it to the menu.
Okay.
And see how it goes, just like the veggie options.
Mm-hmm.
So the twist is twisted wings. We have samosas, which is Indian puff. We got potatoes and stuff. Herbs. You know, we also have mango lassi and stuff like that. So that's
So can you explain your alcohol compliance procedures?
So if someone comes in and orders alcohol,
sorry. What do you hire? Anybody who looks under 40.
Influence, where,
But employee, we will be properly training all the employees on alcohol services.
so
Anybody.
just to avoid confusion, you gotta understand whose responsibility it's gonna be. Is it the person who's taking the order? Carding, is it the person delivering it to the table? You're gonna have to sort that out in your operation. Ultimately, the person delivering it is the one responsible for checking ID, but just make sure they understand that that is up to them.
Okay.
So, and you'll be required at some point to take a training program, so that'll be covered in there.
You might have heard in the previous one where that's
Yes.
confusing.
Yes.
it would be table service.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't have any other further questions, and I would make a motion to approve Twisted Wings LLC, RR 2943746.
I second that attempt.
Moved and seconded. Favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. That's for information, we interrupted you.
Yeah.
I think you got excited about rain.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And next we have a new beer and wine river and lakefront permit for Ashland Cider Company, North End Drive, Carmel. Permit number RR 2943770. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Morning, so just a beer and wine, river and lakefront?
No, I want it to be liquor too.
I thought I'd always said that on here, but
I did. When I looked at that the other day, this here, I was surprised. Beer and wine.
let's take a look. Different the password and didn't write it down.
What was your name?
Andrea. Andrea Hamoya.
And what's your position with the company?
I'm the owner of Ashland.
So,
We have investors, but I'm the majority owner.
Have your investors been disclosed on the application?
Yes. Everyone above 5%.
I cannot get into this database. Okay, let's try this. Very good. While I do this, if you want to go ahead and just kind of tell us about your operation, your business for 2
10
years
years.
at this location.
At this location, it's a year and a half.
I thought you had a beer and wine license already.
We do. But then we realized we were in the lakefront district, so we wanted to apply for the lakefront permit so we could also do liquor.
Which makes it critical that we verify.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming this.
Because we are currently operational under our current.
How's business been going?
Okay. It could be better, but it could also be much worse. So, you know,
And you were about to mention 10 years. Do you have another location?
yeah, so we have a farm winery permit because we produce all of the cider and that's in Marion County. And then we have a second RR permit in Marion County as well for our downtown permit or our downtown tap room.
So this particular space is a delineated bar space, right?
Yes, it's divided. I did have a question about that. If we are able to sell liquor as part of this new permit, children can no longer, because we have the farm winery, children can be in that area.
We're not talking about this location, are we?
No, but now like no one below 21 can pass into the bar.
So in the Indianapolis,
Yes.
we'll have to check with that one.
Okay.
I don't deal with the manufacturer rule. I know there's some stuff that goes back and
Yeah,
forth.
it's a little bit different. You technically don't have to have a
divider.
divider if you have a farm winery permit tap room. Farm winery permits.
So what goes in?
What's our what? Like bar food, burgers, sandwiches, soup, salads, a few entrees in the Carmel location because we do a dinner service.
Your hours?
We are open Tuesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. And then we close at different times depending on the day, but 10 p.m. is the latest we ever close.
You have all the minimum food requirements,
Mhm.
soup sandwiches.
Yeah.
Coffee, milk, soft drinks. All your employees have the training program, have what permits you keep track of all this stuff.
Correct.
Okay. I line didn't do anything to help our situations. I'm just gonna assume that
Yeah.
you're good. I will let you know.
And we have our sign, I mean, they sent the orange signs, so we posted that.
Do me a favor, just give me a cell phone. Let me read that.
While she's doing that, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve RR 2943770 for beer and wine at Ash Elms.
Move second for approval of affairs, yeah.
Aye.
I will work on this. I'll call you later.
Okay, do I need to do this now or after we?
You just sign it. So down on the bottom, second box, I'll fill up.
Need the date that was due,
It was just at least 10 days ago, so.
exactly 2 weeks ago. That was supposed to be.
It's funny, I drive by there 20 times a week and I get,
You
so
should
you
visit.
said it, I'm looking at the map, go, it must be around that corner.
It is, yeah, it's facing 31, so
Okay,
it's a little bit hidden,
yeah,
which is part of the problem.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You're gonna go, thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
Okay, does anybody else believe they have business on board one? Okay, we'll close that. Mr. Dorman, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're free to go. Okay, we'll move on to board 2 for Noblesville. See, we have renewals, no apparent violations. For our first one is CJ Stop and Go. I think this was previously noted and as having a violation that was actually heard previously. So that's an automatic renewal. Hamilton County Professional Firefighters Local 4416. They were carried over so that I could do a records check that has been completed. Anything that they were missing has now been corrected, so they're good with that one. Longhorn Steakhouse, Taylor Drive, Noblesville, also a renewal, no violation. So there's 3 businesses. Any questions, concerns, or motions?
No questions or concerns. I move that we approve those 3 permits as read.
I second that motion.
Moved and seconded for approval of fairness, say aye. Opposed? Okay, motion will carry. All right. Let's do a renewal violation for the Piper East 211th Street, Noblesville, permit number RR 2940116. Lou,
My name is Matt Vaught.
okay, so like you hear, you have a November 7th, 2024 administrative violation. Just shows us open containers by our fine. It looks like it's from a local police run, after hours, possibly a fight. I don't know specifically why you weren't charged with anything additional other than the officer didn't find sufficient evidence or reason for that. So, want to explain what's going on?
Yeah, the incident occurred. It was an employee on his last day and another employee and then a customer. And they had an argument. Racial comments were made and it became physical. And the other employee called the police because it was too physical. And the police came to address that situation. And when the footage was reviewed, there was a couple empty beer bottles still in the bar, and it was after 3 a.m.
So this tends to kind of be a late night bar, correct?
No, it doesn't. Honestly, we close our operating hours at 1 a.m. So we try to have the doors, everybody out by.
Oh, and that's part of the lease agreement, looks like maybe. Is that right?
Yeah, that is police agreement, closed by 1.
So
So
that application used to have when your prior owner or whoever had it beforehand, and again, it's kind of a later night.
yeah, for sure. I mean, for the previous 40 years, that was the deal.
Yeah, so it looks like when I know Noblesville police showed up, it was what, 4:05 and there's still alcohol on the tables. That's pretty late.
Yeah.
So the Cody Lavelle, was that the one that was involved?
Yeah.
And where is he today? Is he still with
He
you?
moved to Washington,
Yeah.
actually, like a few days later. So his actual last day of work, regardless of the situation.
And the other employee was a female?
Yes,
She's still with you?
she is.
How do you, I mean, to occur at 4 a.m. and know that you closed at 1. Do you typically allow employees to hang around and how are you reinforcing that or knowing that that's not reoccurring?
We have cameras and, I have alarm codes and I know when each
Sure.
individual has a code, so I know when the doors are locked and when they exit. So if there's an instance where I'll get an alarm now sent to me at 3 a.m. if the doors aren't locked, and I can follow up and see if there's actually still there.
And those things, I'm guessing, weren't necessarily being checked or in place prior.
They weren't in place, no, and it wasn't an isolated incident as far as I know. I mean, I don't know of anybody that stayed there past 3 a.m. except for that incident.
Do you operate the business or just?
No,
own it and-
I operate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
When are you there typically?
I usually work from 8 to 2, 7 days a week, and then on the weekends if they need support.
And then you get the 3 a.m. alarms.
Yeah.
That sounds dreadful.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but we it's a great operating business. A lot of success there, and we've opened up another location in Elwood, so I'm working with Madison County on that opening.
Just 21 and over or family dining.
Family dining, both.
Do you have a time when you disallow children?
10 p.m.
So you're there from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m.
To 2 p.m.
2 p.m. on us.
Okay.
Do you have a manager on site when you're not there?
Yeah.
So we're going to chalk this up as a learning lesson with an employee who is having a going away party for himself.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the police showed up and,
That's how I read it.
do you know anything else about the business? Any complaints from the public? Or?
No, I've not heard of anything. I mean, that, again, having lived in the area for a while, some years ago, it was around a joint.
Yeah.
But that's before you took it. And so just the property, that location has been known for this. I was sad to see you had this kind of challenge, but it looks like it's isolated. I read the report. I understand. I could, as I read it, I could understand how this was evolving.
Yeah.
And so, that fellow's moved off to Washington State.
Yes.
I have a friend who frequents the bar and lives in walking distance, and he hasn't said anything of interest recently. So it's probably good.
That is good.
Not that he's not a spy, but
Well,
he just lets stuff slip sometimes, so he probably should. He forgets who he's talking to.
I appreciate what you've done with it because I was up there long enough to watch it evolve. So I think it's great to see it busy and having a positive vibe for the most part.
Yeah.
And of course, you try to avoid this. But I'm going to move we approve the permit. He's got systems in place. I trust that.
I second that
Moved
motion.
and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Your next one.
Thank you.
Okay, next we're gonna do El Patro Mexican Restaurant, Hazeldale Crossing, permit number R29438115. How's it going?
Yeah, this is Juan Garcia, the owners.
How many owners are there?
There's 3.
I love it, guys. How much I space.
Yeah, you been there?
Yes, I had to do an inspection 2 weeks ago. It's very, very nice.
I haven't been there.
It's, yeah.
That's right.
Like,
Oh, come on.
I didn't eat there, but they weren't even serving food yet. But
This is the old queso.
yeah,
Yes.
they're completely redecorated.
They need it.
We could continue this and go up there.
Feels good. All right, want to tell us about our operation, what we're doing? And
It's the Irish Mexican restaurant. We are taking over the case space, like you said, serving alcohol and,
you are open and operational, operating under the existing license.
that's right.
We're just transferring the ownership to your group.
Yeah.
Okay. I think when I was there, we talked about the bar separation. It's not the best, but that may not matter pretty soon. So we'll see.
We actually want to kind of later down the line, we want to like build it out. Like to separate it more, so it's like, dining room, bar area, just sort of a little more privacy in that bar area, everyone there.
So you're going to, or you did?
No, not yet, but we want to.
Just let me know. It may not be necessary. So what are the hours of operation?
From Monday to Thursday, it's 11 to 10. And then Friday and Saturday is 10 or 11 to 10:30.
Okay.
And then Sunday is 11 to 9.
Obviously, family dining. So we have a bar. So family dining area, bartenders will walk the alcohol out, or the servers will.
Got servers. All of our servers have the proper,
Permits and
yeah,
training.
yeah.
We operate any other restaurants
Mm,
with alcohol permits.
I guess not me personally, but the other owners have. Plainfield, there's one, and Lafayette, there's another one.
Okay. Buying old quesos. Is that it, or
No,
what's in Plainfield?
it's at both of Plainfield. They've been there for like 10 years. So
Okay, I was thinking of the quesos down there. I think that's switched too.
yeah, they just pulled in recently.
Yeah, the one down Plainfield hasn't really had any issues, so. All right, I don't have any concerns.
Sounds great. Move with the transfer.
Second, that motion.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
I,
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thanks for coming in.
Awesome. Thank you.
Best of luck.
All meetings.
Thank you.
Okay, move on to board 3 for Fishers. We have a single permit. This is a renewal violation for the nail studio at Fisher Station, permit number RR 2933748.
Lady on.
He's over here from October 24th, 2024, alcohol compliance failure. Charges for furnishing alcohol to a minor. Change of floor plan. No employee permit, and then no record of employee permit. $1,250 fine was paid. Do you know why that happened and what's been done to correct?
I have, I'm the owner there, and so basically I'm there a lot, and I am just there.
you speak a bit, please.
Yeah, I am the one that, for customer. So one customer, one client is one class. This is free and we don't charge anything. And my daughter, she's happy. I went to the bathroom and she was seeing a teenager walking and she didn't know what to do, and he asked for a glass of wine and she just don't know what to do. I was in the restroom, so she poured a glass of wine and gave it to him. And she got caught, and that's what happened. But she already she already applied for everything. Is already,
How old is your daughter?
she's 22.
She had a permit.
She-
Has she been through the program?
Yes,
The training program really would have caught her before this, but
it's a family.
so this was interesting because it was a compliance check, and so we had a kid come in. He had to have any service done, so he's just asking for a free glass of wine, and that wasn't a warning.
That is my daughter. She's very, yeah, she is a lot.
Wonder, right?
Yeah,
So just
I
be
appreciate the
noted, all kids are like that.
yeah, so we got trained now, so and I talked to her, and so that won't happen again.
Who can normally serve just you?
Is that okay? She still have the restaurant.
No,
What restaurant was that? I can't remember. She had a restaurant for a while, right?
no, I have, but I
Did he have a restaurant?
So, you normally give wine to anyone walk in the door and ask for,
no, they have to have a service.
have to have a service.
Yes, they can't come in there and get wine. I don't think anybody just coming in to get
So-
wine.
One of our officers talked about that. He had an issue with that. I think you have to offer it to everyone.
No, it's just like, when a client sit down, of course, and we offer it that if we know that they're old enough, and we ask like, do you want a glass of wine? They're you're done at the time.
You ever heard this argument? That it has to be offered to everyone?
You can't restrict, yeah, you have to If someone came in and asked for a glass of wine,
You'd have to give it up. We end up with what sales discrimination.
Yeah,
As odd as that sounds,
yeah,
if somebody wants to come in and sit down in your lobby,
uh,
you have to give them a drink the same way you would a customer.
oh, that's,
yeah, not going to have very often if the full excise comes in with a.
Yeah,
that's a request.
And normally, he comes in for service, wine's brought to the station where they're sitting. Like
Yes,
this instance, it was given to him over the counter.
no, I will sit them at the station and I'll pour it.
So if you come in, just say, I want a glass of wine, and they're not gonna get any service. What
That
happened?
position happened before, but I put that.
definitely could.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you cannot hand it over that front countertop. That we walk around or to somebody who's seated for
Yes.
service. And okay,
And does your daughter work there very often?
all right. I really like the violation, but it's not significant.
I make a motion to approve the permit for 1 year.
I'll second that motion.
Moved in second, all in favor, say aye. Motion carried. We're gonna put a 1 year renewal so we can have you back here in 1 year if there's any other issues. We can address it a little bit more quickly rather than waiting for 2 year cycles. So
Thank you.
have a good day. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna move on to board 4 for the Westfield. Oh. That's your cue. Okay. All right. Bunch of violations, so let's start with the renewals. Renewal without violation for Pelosi Family LLP location pending in Westfield. It's been in escrow for a little over a year. No, not even a year. Pelosi Family LLP location pending in Westfield, the second permit. Penmar Grassy Branch LLC. And this one's been in escrow since last July. That's it for the renewal. Any questions?
About the Ken Mark Messing.
Just that one. So just those 3 permits. Concerns, motions?
No further concern, that we approve those 6 renewals.
I second.
Just 3,
Thought there was 3, yes.
just 3.
3,
Yes.
there, okay.
Okay, we'll start with the violations. We have a violation for the golf preserve. So I'll make a motion that we approve those. For second, some,
I think I need a motion, I second.
okay, moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Okay, next we have a renewal violation for the Golf Reserve, East 116th Street, Carmel, permit number RR 2918014. So you came up here, so that's,
Sorry, yeah, Golf Reserve is the Bridgewater Club.
all right.
That was the original.
Should it actually be a Bridgewater Club?
Well, that is the business now, because it was, the Golf Reserve was probably the original liquor license. when it
What should the,
opened 25 years ago.
the operating name of the business should be the Bridgewater Club?
Yes.
We'll see if we can get that changed. That's the corporate entity that's permit, but what the DBA is,
DBA is Bridgewater, the Bridgewater Club, yes.
gotcha.
But yeah.
And your address, what?
3535 East 161st,
What city?
Westfield.
That helps to understand that name change because it didn't get updated in our
Okay.
records. And I believe I've been out looking for the Golf Reserve before and
Yeah.
just by name and it pop up.
It's still on the invoice.
Yeah.
Coming through there.
So you're here for, it looks like an April 14th, 2025 alcohol compliance violation. Single charge for furnishing alcohol to a minor. $1,000 fine was paid. Are you familiar with this?
Yes.
What happened?
So the bartender served a non-member that came in. So, you know, the club is a little different than obviously a normal public restaurant that, not from a liquor license standpoint, because we observe all the normal, you know, restrictions, but, long they served a guest, checking Friday. First of all, with members, we have the ability to check their ages because they're in our system, they're in our point of sale system. Membership for the attendance and things like, you know, shagging pages. I'm sorry.
Could you speak up a little bit?
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Oliver doesn't hear quite a
Yeah, good boy, sorry.
Yes. So you can direct right to the rest.
With the country club, all the members, they are in our database point of sale system, so we can check ages of dependents. You know, because kids can be a membership until 5. So so this was a non-member. So this was like an internal issue that we shouldn't even be serving non-members that unless they're guests of a member. Not that it's against the law, but it's just our personal policy of a private club. So it was kind of a double whammy. We got, that the bartender was an experienced bartender. Made it.
Was this in the Zane bar?
Yes. Sure was. Yeah. It was last spring. During golf and there. I don't recall what the activity levels were that day because it was not on property. That's ridiculous. I'm the director of food and beverage.
So we have an experience. I don't even see where she asked for ID, just, so she must routinely ask for ID just because it's the database.
Well, they're definitely should be checking IDs. I mean, with members, you have the ability to check their IDs before you can check their dates, their ages, and
is it likely that she's never dealt with a non-member?
no, definitely not. Because I mean, non-members are not there by themselves. At company, you do have members that bring guests in, and it's our standard is to obviously check your ID too if there's any question.
They were sitting at the bar.
Yes, they come up to the bar, just here.
The employee with you,
Yes.
did she
Yes.
offer any explanation as to why she didn't check the ID?
No, it was, just a tremendous error on her part. And
How old was she?
how old is
The bartender.
Bartender, she's, I'm not positive, probably 27, 28.
Hopefully we revisited this.
Yeah, for sure. She was definitely doing reminders with staff through our communications and, any of the staff training. It's always a reminder, it's
Any other previous violations?
not that I'm aware of. I've only been there a little less than 3 years.
3 years ago.
But,
So if a member comes in, what's the procedure?
so if a member comes in,
I mean, how do you know that person's a member? Someone comes
we'll
in,
check with, when they either asking their member number
I see.
when they come in. So there's, we have a stand. So you actually, if you come in and you want a table, you'll go through that process and then we get your name, you get your number, get them seated. If they go straight to the bar, they don't go into the reservation system as a table. It gets handled by the bartender.
So is there a reservation system at the closest table? So they check the member ID and then their name comes up, Bobby Jones, and they know the age. Wife with them, that all that's documented.
Yeah, when they're sitting at a table, if they get you go to the bar, then the bartender does that. They'll check their name and their name and number. When they.
Do they have a place for the order?
Yes, they should be getting that information when they, obviously a lot of our regulars, the staff already knows that because they're there,
Does a photo come up of the individuals?
We have some photos in there, that's something we're continuously working on, but it's something that the member has to initiate. It's not a requirement, like when you join the club, we don't take your Polaroid and then arrange it. It's something that got kind of started after the fact, so we try to use a can and along with independents too.
This particular situation was an unusual circumstance. Individual came in who was not a member and the bartenders didn't ask for an ID, but asked for what they wanted.
Yes.
Who was the bartender?
Olivia Schwall is her name.
I'm sorry, man.
What's the last name?
Schwall. CHWALL.
He's a frequent visitor.
So it sounds like we've had policies in place, made corrections. Shouldn't have happened. So,
Yeah, 100%.
this place doesn't have a history of violations, so. Things.
Anything?
I have questions concerning that we approved for 1 year.
1 year?
Do we want to stick with 1 year or do we want to do 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't have a second on the 1 year. I'll make a motion that we do a standard 2-year approval.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, John.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Okay, next we have renewal violation for the Kroger Fuel Center, Spring Mill Road, Westfield, number BL 2930397. Anyone here for Kroger? We continued. Anybody from Rick? Okay, remember, just so we understand this continued last month. I had some concerns initially that they weren't actually using their license. They were not using it. Spoke with the owner, gave her some options. She has come back into compliance and does wish to maintain. So, given the fact that they were missing some stuff, I'm gonna recommend a 1-year renewal so we can track it.
I'll second.
We've been seconded for 1 year. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Will carry. Okay, next renewal violation for the Woodwind Golf Club permit number RR 2940944. And let's just, you want to just do the violation and the transfer at the same time?
Sure, that'd be great. I've got, I've got Colin O'Neill, who's with, the management company. He's been at the facility managing it for a period of time and is going to manage it going forward. And then Matt Deck, who's the director of community engagement for the city of Westfield. I don't know if maybe we should address the violation first.
So, yeah, so just for the gentleman, for the record, we're doing the renewal for permit number RR 2940944. Then as soon as we're done with the violation, we're going to hear the transfer of ownership to RR 2943713. The new operating entity will be Woodwind GCW Inc. Correct?
Yep.
Same DBA?
Yep.
Okay, so violation, looks like we had a,
Compliance check, Colin can.
yeah, May 14th, 2025, single charge for furnishing alcohol to a minor, $1,000 fine was paid.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Cynthia Horschner was our bartender that evening. It was a league night and we go over policies and procedures constantly with the staff and she was speak up a little bit. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, and then you can kind of direct through thing,
Yeah.
and here's some Mr. Oliver can hear you.
So the employee at the time, Cynthia Horschner, the bartender for the evening, it was a league night. She was just coming in with the beverage cart, unloading inventory, and a gentleman came in and asked for a beverage. And we train our staff on policies and procedures constantly. Unfortunately, she did not follow the procedures accordingly. And a young man came in and asked for a beverage, an alcoholic beverage, and she gave him an alcoholic beverage. That man went outside, came back inside. An officer presented back to Cynthia and informed her that she committed a violation. She was compliant in providing all the details of what happened. We reprimanded Cynthia with the warning, a no, zero policy going forward. About a month later, she was released from employment at the club. The club paid their fine and she paid their fine. And since then, we put together a letter of acknowledgement for the staff, had every staff member sign that letter of acknowledgement on how to act going forward. We put up proper signage in the snack bar area. If you look 40, we're going to ID you. So that's all over our snack bar. If you go to the golf course, today you'll see all that. And then just retrain everybody. We have two wonderful managers, Catherine Conrad and Christy Thompson. So they felt awful about it. So we acted swiftly.
This is the first violation that you're aware of.
Yeah. So my dad, Dr. O'Neill, has been affiliated since 2008. I've been affiliated with the golf course since 2017. This is the only violations that we've experienced.
So question, I was by there yesterday and I didn't bother to come in and do a walkthrough just because I'm familiar with the property and it was busy.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like as I was driving through that there are vendors set up at stations around the course. Are they selling alcohol?
Explain what yesterday was. It was
Yeah.
the Chamber of Commerce outing yesterday.
Yeah, so they're on. It was the Chamber of Commerce outing, 10 a.m. shotgun start. There are a lot of on-course vendors. They need to provide a off-site server's permit if they are serving their product. But, inside the clubhouse and on the beverage carts, that is our product. That is our staff serving those items. So.
I think with that, they wanted the donated product went through Brian Stewart.
Okay.
And Kate reached out to me to get the forms or whatever.
I'm never quite sure how that works.
Yeah, so anytime for a charity event, if they're gonna donate product, Brian Stewart has a procedure where you tell what is coming, you send it to him, he approves it, and then product can come, sometimes it's through liquor stores or wholesalers to the club and then can be offered.
So is it coming to the club and then going out onto the course, or is it going directly to the individual stations? Like, where's that alcohol?
Out onto the course.
Who's procuring it?
Out
'Cause, yeah, I mean, like, are the individual vendors like bringing their own stuff from wherever, or? How does that work?
all the product is ordered through our accounts.
Okay, and then they just come and pick it up and,
Yes,
You get it to the distributor?
yes.
so these are not employees of the club who are serving on the
At the
course.
on-course.
So how do you handle that?
Make sure the individual that's serving at the on-course vendor experience is licensed.
Okay, and then that they understand the same basic policies that your regular employees would have?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sure these things don't get checked very often, but it seems like it would be a logistical nightmare. So. Okay, any questions with the renewal violation? I mean, if we deny it, like,
Concerns, I mean, how do you handle like on charity, but just out of curiosity on a charity event, I played in golf charity events, somebody just comes around with a bunch of beer carts or hands you a beer and whatever.
Well, if you have a restriction,
Specifically, how do you deal with that?
well, if you have a restricted permit, you're not going to be on the beverage cart. So that individual on the beverage cart is serving the golfer. So there's no concerns. You have to be 21 and over to operate the beverage cart. Did I answer your question, Mr. Oliver?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not talking about the beverage cart. I've been in outings where the outing personnel drive the golf carts around, not a beverage cart, but just a golf cart around with, a load of beer or drinks on it.
and that would technically be a beverage
There's
card.
a question.
That would technically be a beverage card. It's just not made specifically for that purpose, right?
But all your beverage cargoes, they all have their certain permits. I mean, they're bartenders that are serving.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And then if you have somebody, I mean, I've been saying, you've been at charity events where maybe somebody from the foundation it's their charity that day. If they're serving, they ought to have a bartender permit.
That's the question I had for these guys out there now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no questions or concerns to move that we Woodwind.
I one is to make sure we're doing RR 2940944
Yes,
for renewal.
yes.
Second.
Okay, moving second for approval, on favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay, now let's talk about the transfer of ownership.
Yeah, so with regard to the transfer, so it gets a little convoluted with our entities here, but essentially the city of Westview assets to the Woodward Golf Course. Took a while to get the entity situation sort of lined up. They actually acquired it in the fall of 2024. But because sort of financing issues to go out at the entities in place, but they have acquired the golf course under the umbrella of this entity, which is a for-profit entity that is operated by a board.
Westfield owns the golf course.
Effectively, it's a board.
The Woodwind Golf Course Westview Incorporated owns the course, which is a for-profit entity that was created under the umbrella of the Downtown Westfield Community Development Corporation. So
that's the transfer to this entity. O'Neill Golf Management is still going to manage and operate, but this Woodwind GC Inc. Is the for-profit entity with oversight from the city that actually holds the permit.
It did say convoluted.
Yes.
So I make the motion that we're doing a transfer of RR 2940944 RR 2943. So we're transferring when we just approved that had the violation. Previously amended.
Yep.
Second.
Moving second for approval, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Great.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John, you back on.
is there $15?
Here.
Can if you have a transfer of a package store, going to Reader Enterprises Ltd. Inc., location pending Carmel, permit number DL 2934502.
Morning.
Right. John Reader, the owner of Reader Enterprises. He also owns, West Clay Fine Wine and Spirits, and several stores in Marion County.
Good. So where is this permit coming from? Who do we buy a permit from?
This was from 146 and Cary Road.
This Flavors Amendment was bought by US Liquor Group. They sold the building to someone else and sold license offset.
Where is it coming from?
104 Cary Road.
What is it?
It was originally a 21st Amendment.
First Amendment.
And then they had sold 2 years later, went to that, and he closed, I think Total Wine moved in close to him, it just, yeah. Close to.
So it's not one that we had at some point?
No.
Interesting. So plans for it?
We're looking, I haven't built anything in the last several years, and all property values have gone up so much, but we're looking around and try to go as far away from any other package store as possible. So,
Good enough.
no definite plans yet, but we are diligently searching to try to get it placed.
Okay.
Which one did you mention you own? The one in West Clay?
West Clay Wine and Spirits.
That's good.
This is our 7th year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I remember that.
It goes by fast, I know that.
So I age you quickly as well.
Yeah.
Not to that you've aged. All right.
I mean, for sure.
Okay. Any violations at your other stores?
There's one coming up for Carmel to be here this year.
Look, that was a year ago. And then in county, we haven't had one for a few years.
So at this point, we're just looking at transferring the ownership. So we're trying to make sure that you're a good fit to hold the permit. I don't
Yes.
see any issues with that. And then once you find a location, then we'll do the public notice and you'll come back for a transfer of the location. So
Yes, sir.
no problem. We get 5 years to put this into use. So it may take that long to find. Maybe property values go down.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Okay. Anything you want to add? I don't know. That's me.
Transfer.
Okay.
I'll second it. We approve from 293-4502.
Yep. Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion will carry.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, last but not least, we have a new beer, wine, liquor, river and lakefront permit for Fusion Pub and Craft House. 110 South Union Street, Westfield, permit number RR 29468. Well, you don't have to worry about speaking in front of a room full of people.
Yeah.
That's correct. Hi, my name is Brooke Basil-Dua. My husband and I are the owners of Fusion Pub and Craft House. They're in Westfield. Back when we used to live in Iowa, he did run a Mexican restaurant there for 10 years. As far as I know, there was never any violations there. I managed a liquor store that was in the side of a grocery store of a chain called Hy-Vee there for somewhere between 5 to 7 years. And while I was managing that, I never had any violations on my liquor store.
It's a big deal out in Iowa.
He's coming to town.
I heard that, yes. And I'm going to, but yes.
Iowa doesn't have any alcohol, I'll just so you know.
It's different than Indiana, that's for sure.
It's the parts of Iowa that I've been through are very spread out. And I think they
Experience with Iowa, not Indiana.
Well, we've been here for a while, but like that's where I worked in it. I was a preschool teacher before this, so yeah.
So what's your concept?
Well, my husband is Mexican and I'm American, so that's why we went with fusion. Our menu is a fusion of our different cultures of food. So, you know, American burgers, sandwiches, wings, that kind of stuff. And then we don't currently have chili rellenos, but yeah, we have burritos,
I
tacos,
definitely know it's good for them.
that kind of stuff.
So remind me, this is the old, was it Cream Tinos?
Yes,
I can-
about a Grantino's, yes.
Okay. Are you open and operating currently?
So we are managing under Grantino's.
So this is a functional business.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna change the name. sign.
Yes, it's gonna be Fusion, yes.
Okay.
Fusion Farm.
Okay, the whole area is changing, so I can't tell what's open and what's closed and,
Yes.
Okay.
And we wanted to wait till all the paperwork went through. and
Hours of operation?
To change it. We are currently Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9 PM.
okay. You sent me this. This is the floor plan, right?
Yes.
So this is like entry vestibule area,
Mhm.
family room. Do you have separation up in here?
I do, I have pictures of it if you need to see it.
Let me,
And that's been in place for a while. Because it was Union Jack, Grand Junction.
raw bar separation.
It's like a wood.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's. Geno's. And then you probably remember, it's like Union Jacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Fun thing right down.
I have actual pictures of it in the back if you would like.
Yep, catch that after me. That way I'll just.
Yeah.
By there, but it's pretty close to what I'm assuming. So.
Yes.
Okay, and there's what seating in the back, right?
Yes.
Seating capacity.
Our capacity is 99.
No patio
Close
space.
to that, but yeah, 99.
What was the capacity? 90?
99 is.
Okay,
Yep.
99 bottles of beer on there.
all right,
99.
okay, hours of operation, what would you say?
They're Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9.
Seems manageable. I mean, you're not there, you're kind of there from 9 to 11.
We're looking at changing that, but my husband and I are mainly the ones that are right now, so.
Okay. Okay. All right, I don't have any questions. We have best of luck with this, and we'll look at the photos when we're done.
Sure.
And then should be good to go. So let me double check this. So this is again a recommending board. We will send a recommendation down to the state. They will approve this next Tuesday. Within, actually by Thursday, the current permit that you're operating under will be dead. This new one will be active. So when you go to place orders, you just have to know that you have to update your accounts.
Okay, I didn't know it happened that fast. Okay.
Did you say your name of the brook?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so board members, questions, concerns, motions?
I move that we approve the permit for Fusion Pub and Craft House.
The section that we moved, OR 2943665.
Moved and seconded for approval. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Did you bring an affidavit with you by chance?
Not an affidavit.
I
Okay,
don't believe that I'm sorry.
fine. I'll fill this out for you. Also, this time's been up for 10 days. I know that much. If you would just sign
1
that.
second, yeah.
Okay, board members, if we have nothing else, I'll make a motion on the adjournment.
Second.
Moved and seconded for adjournment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.